Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. On air at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Online at kernradio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can also download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us on the go wherever you are. We're also streaming live on YouTube. Head over to YouTube and search up Kern Radio. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Come along with us every single day at 2:05. Watch us in all of our glory. We're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio. I am also out there, JR Flores. Or why not JR? You can probably find me on TikTok streaming right now as well. What's up, TikTok? What's up, YouTube? What's up, radio? We got a great show for you lined up today. We have a guest in studio, Mr. Matthew Martin. You might remember him. Stopped by about a month or so ago. We're going to talk to Matthew as the race to November heats up, not only here in California, but nationally. We'll talk to Matthew about the governor's race. There was a debate last night. Did you watch? I didn't think so. Who showed up? Well, we'll tell you, and we'll break down what was said, who was there, and why it matters. We'll also talk to Mr. Martin about the county of Kern becoming a charter county, or at least putting it to the voters, what that means, and why he believes it is a good thing. And then we'll also talk about a local race here, at least with the vice mayor jumping into state senate. What's that mean, or what it could possibly mean, not just for the state, but also here locally in regards to the city council. What else? Love is in the air with it being Valentine's Day. I'll tell you how you could get married at an amusement park in front of one of their nice, great attractions.
Better be Disney.
It's called the Tease, Chris. I'm not going to tell you which one right now. You got to listen for later in the show, and I'll tell you which amusement park and what great attraction you can get married in front of or in now.
Hey, man, I'm just here to say what everybody else thinks.
I know. That's good. I want them to stick around for that one. But yeah, with love in the air, we'll talk about not only is it because there's a price tag involved, obviously, when you're getting married inside of a theme park. We'll talk about that. I'll tell you how much it's going to, what place it is, what ride it is, how much it's going to cost. But the question is it worth it? Not just that particular one with this place and everything, but are expensive weddings worth it? Ladies, chime in, please. Fellas, you might want to sit this one out. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN if you guys want to join at any time. That is the number to do so. You can call in, you can text, we'll read those. You can also jump in the chat on YouTube as well. And then I'll get to another new segment on the show. Yesterday, we did the things I forgot to do yesterday, or things I didn't get to the day before. That won't happen every day, just on select days. Today's new segment is called Things I Saw on the Internet. It's going to be real fun. I try not to go out into social media world. It's for me, it's tough, obviously. I mean, heck, I'm on 2 different platforms live right now. I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on the radio, and I have to post constantly. So it's part of my job. It's not necessary. It's a evil necessary. You know what I mean? And so when I do jump on, I don't scroll very far, especially if I'm on Facebook. I go down maybe 4 or 5 posts. And if one catches my attention, I might comment. Other than that, I'm out. I don't stick around too long. But every once in a while, I get sucked into a conversation or something that happened or something somebody posted. And so this new segment, and it's not just Facebook, it's all the internet, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or whatever. The segment's going to be called I Saw What on the Internet? And that'll come up later in the show as well. But we'll start here like we always do locally. The fog returned this morning. I walked outside about 7. What time did you leave the house this morning, Chris? About 5:30? 6:30?
6, yeah.
6:30. It was foggy by then?
Yeah, pretty foggy. I mean, it wasn't as thick as I think it got, but
It's been weird because some days it'll roll in early and be thick, and then it's burned off by 9 o'clock. And then
Yeah.
other days it rolls in late, like at 8:30, and then it hovers around for the rest of the day.
we're just turning into Silent Hill. I don't know what to tell people.
Well, I know what to tell people. Learn how to drive.
Good luck with that.
Again, another accident this morning. And we're going to call them fog related, but it's unfortunate because I believe somebody lost their life this morning in this accident. And they'll say it's fog related, but it's driver ignorance. I'm sorry, I don't like to call people names, and I'm trying not to here, but there are just terrible drivers in this town. Terrible. And when you mix in, somebody asked yesterday, are you more scared to drive in the rain or the fog? I'm scared every time I pull out of my garage. What are you talking about? But yes, the weather conditions make it worse because, again, people don't know how to drive in this freaking weather. This one happened just southwest of McFarland this morning. Like I said, I think one person lost their life. Just slow down, you guys. Turn on your headlights. Don't tailgate people. Give each other enough room. I had to tell somebody yesterday. I was so disappointed in her. I love you, but babe, don't turn your hazards on in the fog, okay? Be mad. Stop. No, it's a no-no. I know it seems like the right thing to do because, you can see the flashing light before you see that. No. Hazard lights are for hazard. And if you have them on, you're creating the hazard. So stop. Other things going on here locally. A big operation in sex trafficking took place, not just here, but across the state, where they netted over 600 arrests in this operation. Chris is making a face because he knows. Somebody, I think, called into Ralph's show yesterday and tipped off, hey, did you see who was a part of that? Yeah, we did.
I didn't see the story at first, so I didn't want to, speak before we got the facts on that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
No.
There was. So back on January 27th, the following men were cited on suspicion of loitering to purchase commercial sex. They were doing an operation, I believe, out there on Union. I can't even pronounce this guy's name, and I apologize. Layel Dev Ager, 82 years old, out there picking up prostitutes. Come on, dude. I was going to make a joke, but I'm not going to. Jose Navarro, 45, Luis Enrique Velasquez Orozco, 35, and Joseph Zvedlek, 49. Also arrested that day was Leon Denwig, 55, on suspicion of soliciting a minor for prostitution. The next day, this was a 3-day operation. The next day, detectives conducted an operation at a hotel to identify sex trafficking victims and traffickers. The following were arrested: Roger Torres, 45, on suspicion of pandering, possession of a prohibited weapon, possession of drug paraphernalia. Mildred Castro, 32, engaging in prostitution. Brandon Walker, 54, pandering. LaShawn Hill, 26, suspicion of engaging in prostitution, providing false identification, and an arrest warrant. And then on Friday, they did another operation on Union, this time to get the Johns. Because without the Johns, there is no sex trade business. There's no clients. No demand, there's no need for the supply. So if you guys know any of these people, they were out trying to pick up prostitutes. Jesus Alcala, 46, Alfredo Perez, 53, Joel Carano, 32. Julio Sorzano, 32. Jose Gonzalez, 68. Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton? It's not Sir Isaac Newton, right? No, this kid's only 20. Cited on suspicion of soliciting a prostitute and loitering. They also rescued what they believe to be a minor, a 17-year-old, during the operation as well. This is modern day human slavery, is what it is. And again, if there's no demand, there's no supply. I don't know. In other news, did you guys hear this story the other day? 2 people were arrested up in Corcoran. One is a shafter man, identified as 22-year-old Noah Salinas. He was hiding in the closet of a 13-year-old. During the investigation, police said that they learned that Salinas had traveled to the teen's home with the intention of having a sexual relationship. They also searched his car, where they found 2 magazines containing 9mm ammunition. Upon further investigation, and this story blows my mind, they also learned that the 13-year-old had received text messages from another man who had been identified as 23-year-old Jair Hernandez Garcia. Police said Garcia was soliciting the minor to have sexual relations with him. This 13-year-old girl was talking to 2 20-year-olds. Both men were arrested and booked into Kings County Jail. But what do we do about the 13-year-old? I always ask this. I asked this the other day when we found out it was the 14-year-old in the stolen car driving the stolen car who died. Where are the parents? Parents, be all up in your kids' business. I'm sorry if they hate you for it, if they don't like you for it. Your job is not to be their friend. That's not your role as a parent for your kid to be like, oh, my dad or my mom is my best friend. No. Your job as a parent is to guide them, protect them, set boundaries for them. I have to ask, what is going on in this 13-year-old girl's house where she felt it was okay to invite 20-year-old men to her house? It blew my mind. At first, I was like, okay, I get it, this one 22-year-old, but now there's another one on the same day. What is going on with our youth? And I asked the question, it's kind of rhetorical because I know it's parenting. It's parenting in this new age of technology. It's parenting in this new age of, I want to be cool to my kid. That has to stop. "13-year-old and having 2 20-year-old kids stop. That's, again, it blew my mind just going, okay, he was arrested in her closet, da-da-da-da-da. But now she's talking to 2. It's not just the guys at that point. I have to also say what's going on in her life. My goodness. And lastly, as we go to break here, you remember the girl, the gal, the lady that went before the Bakersfield City Council back in 2024, threatened to kill everybody, said, quote, "We'll see you at your house, we'll murder you." I shouldn't laugh and giggle at the end there, but I can't help it. Well, today, as you guessed, she got a mental health diversion program. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Mental health, it's a shocker, right? It's what everybody does. I mean, you could technically say maybe she is crazy. You got to be pretty crazy to go up in front of the city council meeting and say you're going to murder all of them. But I think all of you agree with me in that Zach Scrivener case is proof number one of evidence. Mental health diversion has gone too far in letting people get away with crimes they are committing. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's not crazy. Anyways, we'll get to a break. You guys can chime in. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KRN. You can jump in the chat on YouTube. I'll do that in the break. Also interact with TikTok over there. Matthew Martin coming up in a little bit. Plus, next, what did I see on the internet? It's a new segment. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back. What's up, y'all? Just got the #1 viewer badge. Hit it. Hit it. Who got the #1 viewer badge? Hit it. Rooted and established. Like the live. That's what's up. What's up? YouTube, TikTok. Let me grab this. Hold on. Come with me now. Come with me now. We're gonna answer a little bit of TikTok. I still need a camera over here for YouTube. Put this up right here. You guys get the shots that nobody else gets. What's up? What's up? TikTok. What's up? YouTube. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm not getting married again. It's one and done. But Jim, was it worth it? The first one. Not that it's like, oh, I got divorced and it wasn't worth it because of the divorce, but is spending that much money? When got married, it cost me $108 in Vegas. You ain't right. Do what I want. Love you. I'm not scared of driving in any condition. I'm scared to ride in a car. Oh, Jim, you're going hard today, boys. Oh, Jim, you're in trouble. Oh, man. What's up, Sergio? Hey, dude, I missed you for lunch yesterday, bro. I'm sorry. We need to do it, though. We need to do it. Say louder. Parents need to be parents. Yes, we had a situation where we called a parent today because their kid was holding and reeked of weed. We called the parent, and the parent was like, well, he takes my weed and he has anxiety. And you make sure he brings it back home. I should laugh at that. I should not laugh at that. Oh, man. Man. So a kid brings weed to school. You call the parents, and the parent says, well, really, he's taking it from me. You see, the kid got anxiety. Just make sure he ain't sharing it with his friends. And tell him to bring it home because he smokes on my sack. Man, we got a problem. Oh, hell, y'all crazy. That's parenting today, 101. Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny. What's up, TikTok? See y'all over there. Here we go.
Weekdays noon to 2 on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com, and download the Kern Radio app. Go to YouTube and watch us. Also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X. Just look us up, Kern Radio, or why not JR. If you guys want to chime in, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Do we have anything on the board before I get to things I saw on the internet?
Let's see. Just got one here that
What's
says that girl that had the guy in her closet. The news said both guys were from Corcoran.
No, the one guy was from Shafter. She's in Corcoran. The 13-year-old lived in Corcoran. The 22-year-old that got caught in the closet was out of Shafter. So he drove out from Shafter to Corcoran, and then I don't know how they found out or who said something, and cops showed up, and he tried to hide in the closet. Apparently, he was busted right there. And yeah, he should be in trouble. The other guy should be in trouble. But what of the 13-year-old? My goodness, inviting 20-year-old men to the house. If you don't think that she's got to, I don't think she should go to jail or pay those kinds of consequences. But to say that kid isn't growing up probably in a not so healthy environment, that she thinks it's okay to invite 20-year-olds over to the house, and that she might not need some sort of, I don't know, counseling or something. That is not okay. Not okay, but we'll just ignore her and we'll just throw the two guys in jail and then, well, we're all done with it. No, we're not. There's a 13-year-old girl that desperately needs help. In my opinion, anyways. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Somebody jumped in the chat on YouTube and they said yesterday there was an incident where a kid was bringing, he smelled like weed. And so they called him in and they caught him with weed, and they called the parents and said, hey, your kid's got weed on him. And the parents were like, yeah, he gets it from, he always takes it from my stash, man. He's got anxiety, so can you just make sure he brings it back? No, I shouldn't laugh at that. That's not funny. But damn, that's funny. And I'm not going to be that parent. No, you can't take the weed from my stash. And no, you can't drink alcohol at the house with your friends. No, 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 and no. I know there's the whole idea of, well, if they're doing it in my house, I'd rather have them doing it in my house than out at the friend's house or out on the street somewhere or out at parties or blah, 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 blah. At least I have supervision over them. No. Be a parent, please. 661-842-KERN if you guys want to chime in at any time. Things I saw on the internet. Did you see? It looks like Home Depot, I'm not sure which one in town, has new security. It's a dog. I saw a guy getting chased out of Home Depot with a guy that had what looks like a pit bull on a leash chasing him out of Home Depot. And I'm like, good for you, Home Depot. It seems that stores have gotten a little bit more of, you know what, we're just going to take it back in our hands, because there was a policy for a long time where it was, don't touch them, just let them run, just let them go. Now it's like, heck nah, you all ain't leaving the store, we're going to tackle you. Speaking of tackling, I saw another video where an Arvin police officer tackled the guy that was about to take off on a motorcycle. It's like, good for you. He just straight, the dude looked like he was about to take off, and the RVPD just went and took him down to the ground. I was like, yeah, get him, boy. I don't know what he did, but get him. What else did I see? There's a fire, big old fire on Truxton. Not sure what area of Truxton, if somebody could fill me in, but it was about 5:30 this morning. Can I guess? Or is it not compassionate of me to say that it was the homeless? There, I said it. And I'm not sorry. Matthew Martin coming up next. It's the JR Show. We'll be right back.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says Democrats' demands for new restrictions.
blame my bad spelling on my public school education. As someone who sees every call as a big supply response, that's a good guess, JR. I think he's gonna be here in 5 minutes. I don't think so. Oh, well, that was like 2 minutes ago. TikTok over there.
On Wall Street, the Dow Jones 592 points, the Nasdaq dropped 360. I'm Chris Davis. A fatal wreck happened about 5 this morning, says the California Highway Patrol.
Focus.
At Whistler Road and
Focus.
Marzoli Avenue, southwest of McFarland. Few details about the wreck were available.
Let me get you guys focused in.
Killed has not been made public. Radhi Patel goes before a judge today to find out if she gets a mental health diversion and thus no prison time for threats she made against the Bakersfield City Council in 2024. The Shafter Police Department's IT division will get a new place to work in the old Shafter Modified Correctional Facility.
Oh, this chair is noisy. Do you guys hear how squeaky the chair is? Noisy. What do you guys saying here? I do what I want. Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Let's see. My spelling. I blame my bad spelling on my public education.
Continues to set the standard in the garage door industry, and I'm here to tell you a few of the
That's good. Is that what it is? That's good. That's someone who sees every call. What was on? Did you see the call this morning? Where exactly was that? There was I don't know if it was an abandoned building or what it was. I just saw that it was on Truxton. They had said it was by the homeless shelter, but then I had to think about it. There's no homeless shelter on Truxton. Last time I checked, anyways, there wasn't a. Hi, Mary. Mary's over there on TikTok. I think, Mary, are you watching on TikTok and on YouTube? Are you watching on both, Mary? Just out of curiosity.
Your garage door is a very important part of the safety, security, and look of your home. So don't trust it to anyone but King Door Company. Call them today.
We'll drag Matthew Martin in as soon as he gets here.
Stop by the showroom at 7450 District Boulevard or check them out online at kingdoor.com. King Door Company, your company with the time of a lion. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays from 3 till 6 p.m. It's that man. Yeah. Look what's coming up on the Thursday TRP. We're going to be one of the players.
What's up? You guys see this? We're going to bring this up right now. Bernie Sanders. How much did Bernie Sanders spend on private jets while he was going around on his oligarchy tour? Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Download that Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us on the go wherever you are. Plus, we're also streaming on YouTube. Head over there and look up Kern Radio. Subscribe. Hit that. Come along with us every single day at 2:05. Plus, social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. I am also there. Or why not JR? And we're streaming live on TikTok over there in the corner. You guys get the TikTok gets a lot of behind the scene actions and the breaks. So if you guys have the opportunity to go and check us out on TikTok, you can find us there as well. Waiting for Mr. Matthew Martin to come in. Come on in, my brother. He's on the phone, of course. He's jumping from meeting to meeting. He's doing all kinds of things. He's the chief of staff for Kern County Supervisor, Jeff Flores. He also sits on the planning commission now for the city. He is also a part of the Keep Bakersfield Beautiful committee. Are you still sitting on that one?
Yeah, I just got off of being chair.
Okay, and then he's also are you vice president still over at I don't know where. Are you
No,
chair?
so
Are you
chair,
chair for the Republican Party? What is
young,
your
so I'm chair for the Young Republicans, and I'm also on Central Committee.
and on Central Committee? He's got 3,000 titles, but right now he's Matthew Martin, my friend. And so I brought him in because I've been bringing you and my buddy Christian. I'm going to get you guys. We'll get together one time and do a roundtable discussion.
Yeah, let's do it.
Especially as we move further into the midterms and stuff. As we approach, what are they in June in California?
In June, yeah, they're early.
The primary,
Yeah,
and
June.
then we'll get into the general election in November. Some of those things that are up are California governor, and there was a debate last night. I asked the question to the audience: did you guys watch? Nope, because I don't think it was televised here.
Well, they didn't advertise it well, and for a lot of folks, I was making calls for a lot of politicos to not even know that. That's a bad sign.
Yeah, no, they didn't advertise it, and I think it only played in LA and maybe the Bay, if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't put together well, and some of the candidates weren't even there. I think there was only 7 in total there.
Yeah, yeah,
and only one of the Republicans, Steve Hilton,
yeah,
who's
yeah.
been on this show before. He's been to Bakersfield. He was at the Megyn Kelly show. He spoke a little bit there, but he's been to town, I think, a couple of times now since he's announced that he's running for governor. He was the lone Republican there, and I thought he did a pretty good job, at least the sound bites I heard. The thing I want to talk to you about is he went after fellow Republican candidate and sheriff Chad Bianco.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, especially when really we need to get down to one Republican. And I hate to say that, but we're a state that we're drowning to have representation. And for a Republican to even have a chance, remember our last Republican governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, he was the Terminator. He was beloved. And, we really, it's my opinion, at some point we could get somebody, we need somebody down the road. Hopefully one of these guys could do it, but the odds are really tough. When you look at the union control in the state, and it's an example I like to say, JR, you have 330,000 public employee teachers, right? If they're each putting in $1,000 a year for their dues, that's $330 million. 90% goes to the Democrat coffers. And that's one union in 1 year. So you can see, right? It's very hard to compete. And so I get back to, I wish that one of them could, it's going to split Republican votes.
Well, and that's what Steve Hilton said towards the end of it. First, he attacked Chad Bianco and claiming that, the sheriff took a knee during the BLM riots, and he was kind of calling him out on that. And he made that statement to make the very statement that you just said that I was going to bring. And he's right, at least in that back half of that statement, that one of them does need to drop out because they're going to siphon votes from each other. And like I said, that makes it harder in this jungle primary that we have in California, where it's the 2 top vote getters.
Well, and let's talk about the taking a knee for a minute thing. There are some things that happen in politics and in campaigns where it kind of just looks like a political slap. But let me say why that's not the case with this. This wasn't about, just calming people down. This is about when people were taking a knee. This wasn't just about George Floyd and those things. This was anti-police. Let me be clear on that. This was the defund the police before it was defund the police, all in the same thing. And here you have a sheriff who succumbed to the pressure to take a knee as a sheriff. And so if you're the law and order candidate, right? He's been endorsed by every sheriff in the state, and I believe that to be true. Maybe 1 or 2 holdouts, and it's because they all stick together. There's a brotherhood there,
common, yeah.
But then to take a knee and you're Mr. Law and Order, that doesn't really, those two don't go hand in hand at all. And in fact, they're polar opposites on the belief scale. And so I think that is fundamentally, that's a big problem.
And he tried to pass it off as he backtracked and said, well, I was praying. And if you watch the video, it's like, no, you're not praying. And I get what he was trying to do as far as calm the situation down and kind of meet them on their turf. I get it. I'm not condoning it, but I get it. And I wish he would have at least said that, hey, I was trying to bring down a situation that might have been to where it was, you know what I mean? It could have been a volatile situation. And so we're just trying to, what everybody wants police nowadays to do is, oh, you gotta calm the situation. If he had said that, then maybe I would have said, at least give him a pass.
Yeah, but I don't think I just don't think that works, and that doesn't work for the voters. It doesn't work for the common Californian that is tired of the crime, the rampant homelessness. Look, we pay the highest taxes in the nation, arguably, even more than New York in most areas, and we deserve to have a better quality of life. And if you're running to represent an ideology that is opposed to the leadership we've had in the state for at least the last 20 years, then an action like taking a knee, not such a good idea.
Do you think it hurts him?
Yeah, I do. I mean, and it certainly would make a good campaign ad against him. That's for sure. I mean,
Steve Hill's doing it.
and
He sure is.
Yeah.
I mean, he posted it again this morning. You know what I mean? And so, in him saying, like I said, he was right in saying that one of us needs to leave. Is he right in saying that Chad Bianco, sheriff, is the one that needs to step out?
Well, of course, that's his perspective. I'm not going to make a call on that. I think they're both smart guys. They're both talented guys. Of course, Chad Bianco, being sheriff of Riverside will certainly help him. Very little Republicans in county-wide office in these counties this large. Mike Hestron, district attorney there in Riverside, does an excellent job. He's also a Republican. We know him. So that's not for me to decide, but certainly that's what Steve Hilton would like,
And it's probably better sooner rather than later that happens. So then you can start to coalesce the Republicans and at least get most of the money headed to one candidate that may have a better shot.
Yeah, 100% that's the case. And sometimes what can happen in politics is, a fair amount of the time is, ego gets involved, right? And a mentor of mine once used to say all the time, ego is the killer of all man.
Mm-hmm.
And so, really, if they want what's best for the state of California, to have a chance to turn this state red and to get people to wake up to the travesty that is California and our state government today, then one of them should do the right thing and drop out.
I mean, Steve Hilton sounds like the right candidate. He's saying all the right things. He's talking about lowering gas prices to $2, $3 a gallon, which is okay. I hope that we could.
Sold.
You got me. He's talking about lowering DMV fees to no more than $71. And we're like, some of us are paying $600-700.
You know what's crazy? All right. So I have a friend who's just moved to Wyoming, and he's got an F-250, lifted, the whole thing. And do you know, in Wyoming, you can get a lifetime. I said, wait a minute, that can't be right. A lifetime registration, J.R. Flores, for $70.
Wow.
$70. And they're doing just fine.
And in California, that same pickup is considered a commercial vehicle.
Yeah. Then it'll start at $800-900 brand new. And in 10 years,
just using it to drive around, even if
you're
not using it commercially,
yeah,
they consider it, because it's a pickup, a commercial vehicle.
Dude, and 10 years later, that same pickup truck that should be at least down to $200, it'll still be $500. It's preposterous. It has to stop. And of course, the legislature now, they just passed this bill just this week where they're going to look at, I don't know if you saw this yet. They're going to evaluate it and do a pilot program. Well, pilot program means let's see if the people pick up pitchforks and start screaming. Yeah. And if they don't, we'll do it statewide. And so that's and why do we have to do that? Because you forced everybody for the last 15 years to get EVs, and now they go, well, wait a minute, now we're losing on the gas tax. That's 75 cents a gallon, a gas tax that we would be getting from them. So now we have to go to a mileage tax. The people of this state have got to understand it has to stop. And at what point is enough where the no party preference and the blue dog and the Reagan and the Trump Democrats say, hey, we got to try something different in the state, because not everybody, is sitting in Bottega Bay and all these places and gated communities making, retired and multimillionaires. And the majority of us are not. And I hope that we can wake up and realize that. And one of these candidates, they both have good messages. I think they both have their hearts in the right place for the policies where California needs to go. But we got to wake up as a state. And I hope people start paying attention. I really do.
You mentioned Arnold was the last Republican.
Yeah.
And he was also foreign.
Yeah.
Steve Hilton.
Well,
also foreign. I'm just saying.
All right.
That's all.
So if it happens, all right.
Maybe you got to get some.
Are we throwing 5 on it? I don't know.
We can throw lunch if you want to.
All right, deal.
Throw lunch if you want to. Here locally, the governor was in town the other day.
Yeah,
Did you get your invite? I didn't see you
I
out
said
there.
no. I was busy.
Another supervisor showed up.
That's her team, and but
That's what I said. She's always been buddy with the governor. She's always going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, here's the incredibly. Let's talk about that for a sec. And it wasn't even what we were going to talk about in our text. But so the people passed this proposition in 2010. All right. So let's say that's 16 years ago, J.R. Flores, 16 years ago.
Talked about it yesterday. I broke down the history of it.
And the ballot measure, was for $10 billion. Now let's look at it. To date, it is 1,700% over budget. Let's think about that, folks. Not 100, not 200, 1,700%.
About 120
billion. 100, we're up to about like 170 billion, and we don't even have the first darn track of Cal County to Cal County. And we can't even get Bakersfield to Merced. It's embarrassing. I thought him coming, look, if they had the first track and it went 10 feet, you know what I mean, in the first station, you could at least say, well, at least something is in place. It's my firm opinion this train will never happen. It's not going to happen, folks. What the investigation that needs to happen is as to where the $170 billion went. Where did it go? Yeah. Where did it go? When it started at 10, how do we allow our state government to have a 1,700% overrun and a 16-year overrun? And we just go, well, that stinks.
Well, that's why I made fun of yesterday. I said, they're out there celebrating, laying the first track 16 years later.
Yeah.
Somebody chimed in and was like, dude, it took 4 years for Union Pacific to build theirs.
No, and by the way, in a route that nobody will take. That's what I said. Bakersfield and Merced. I'm sorry. I'm sure Merced's going, I don't want to go to Bakersfield. And Bakersfield, we're like, I don't want to go to Merced. Why would I go there? So it is a total travesty. It's a boondoggle. And I think the governor coming here, it was embarrassing. I was actually a little bit embarrassed for him because, I mean, come on, man, you're out here celebrating what?
What he's really celebrating is the fact that he got the union the job to lay the track. They got the contracts, all these union laborers, and now, well, I need support when I run for president. So let me tie in these union laborers to the high-speed rail so I can say I got them working, and then they'll vote for me for president.
Well, there you go. And there is a part of that. We got to employ as many unions as we can on a project that we all
mentioned. How union money just gets funneled back to the Democrats.
Yeah, no, it really is bad. And this is I say it's the worst example because it's the best example of such one of the worst things that can happen. A 1,600% overrun, and the project is nowhere near completion.
Not even completion.
It's
starting.
True.
Starting, much less completion. Another person that was out there before we get out of here, the vice mayor, which I thought was, Wasco's not part of Bakersfield. She's not the vice mayor of Wasco. What is she doing out there? And another one that needs to show up because she's considering a run for state senate against a Democrat, Melissa Hurtado. What's up with that?
Two-term incumbent. Look, I think that people, and again, in her first term on council, right? So you're in your first term in public office. And challenging immediately an incumbent in your own party. And so it's very telling about political ambition. And there's a lot of stuff we need to fix in the city before we send someone like her to the state legislature. And so there's a lot of work to be done here. And that's what I'd say to that.
I'm all about sending them up to the state. Andre, bye. You want to be an assemblyman? Bye. Manpreet Kaur, you want to be a state senator? Bye. Your vote doesn't matter up in Sacramento when you're one of 67 in a supermajority. But when you're 1 or 2 of 7 on a city council, we have the opportunity to change the face of our city council this year and the trajectory of our city.
We do. We really do.
4 seats up. And if Andre wins, that's 5 seats.
Yeah, no, the way we really do. And that is going to be a blessing for Bakersfield. We've got a lot of work to do to get that council back. And I look forward to it.
I do too. Well, I know you got to fly, my brother, because I know you're very, very busy. You got to get to your next meeting. I want to thank you for taking your time out of the day to come and talk to us.
Yes, as always, bro. I appreciate it. And let's, then maybe I'll see everybody next week.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Cool. Yeah.
Chief of Staff for Supervisor Jeff Flores, Mr. Matthew Martin. He is also the chair for the young Kern County young Republicans here in town, and all sorts of other things. Keep Bakersfield beautiful, and Planning Commission. I think you guys got a meeting tonight. Huh?
Yes, we do. I've got that too. Yep, we do.
A lot of radio towers going up and around town for the emergency. You don't think I pay attention? I'm a nerd, dude. I read all of the agendas.
Yeah, that was an expensive one. That was an expensive one. That gave me heartburn.
Yeah.
But it did need to be done.
It did.
30 years overdue, and hopefully we won't have to do it again for another 40. I hope.
It's just sad that it took 5 years because they've been collecting Measure A money for a long time. I'll just say that. Barely did get that done.
They had to put the green paint on the sidewalk. That was critical.
Priorities.
Yeah,
Right.
priorities. That's right.
Got to get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Matthew Martin,
All right.
everybody.
Good.
This is the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Sorry, I just.
No, you're
2
good,
minutes
brother.
late.
That
Was
was
I
fun.
good?
It was
Was
right
I
on time.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect,
you walked in right on time.
perfect.
I'll send you the link because it'll be it's on YouTube, dude.
Dude, can you cut them out for me though? Give me
Yeah.
the audio clips, because I like to send them.
I'll cut out
text
the.
it. Just send me audio so I can text it.
What I've been doing lately is cutting out segments, individual segments.
Yeah,
and then
okay.
making clips out of that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, send it to me, because I like some people I want to send it to.
We're on TikTok right here.
Oh, we are. Let's go,
TikTok.
JR Flores. Why not JR? Tune in.
I
Don't
take
forget.
TikTok with me everywhere because I get to see things that other people don't get to see.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
For example, a gold IRA from my trusted friends in the Birch Gold Group lets you diversify your IRA or 401k into physical gold with zero taxes and zero penalties. You stay in control with a tangible asset that's held value for thousands of years. And right now, Birch Gold is offering a free info kit to help you understand how it works. Just text the word secure, SECURE, to 989898. There's no pressure, no obligation, just the facts. You can't predict the future. You can't prepare. You can only educate yourself. So take that first step right now. Text secure to the number 989898 today.
Are you showing TikTok the station?
9898.
Are you showing TikTok the station?
Yeah. TikTok gets a whole lot. I can't take YouTube with me. I'd take YouTube with me if I could, but I can't take the camera with me. So this is what TikTok gets. TikTok gets the extra. Look at Chris. Oh, they get the extra.
They see me every morning.
They get the extra stuff. They get the behind the scenes. Only on TikTok. You guys got to go over to TikTok and get that behind the scenes. The behind the scenes footage that nobody else gets. Like again, I apologize to YouTube. I would take YouTube with me. I would take YouTube with me and show you guys the studios and stuff. But the camera isn't portable. The camera on TikTok is portable because I use my phone. See, like TikTok. I'm gonna show TikTok. That's TikTok, you guys. TikTok, welcome to YouTube. YouTube, welcome to TikTok. Only show in town doing it, you guys. Don't forget that. But TikTok's YouTube's the OGs though. YouTube is the OGs. Is my mic off? My mic isn't off. Oh, it is off.
Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. I want to thank Matthew Martin for coming in on his busy schedule. That man, like I said, he's got many titles, so he's going in and out of meetings all day. For him to take time out and come talk some politics with us, always appreciate him taking that time. Mr. Matthew Martin, he again is the chief of staff for Kern County Supervisor Jeff Flores. We didn't even get to talk about the other thing I want to discuss with him is the county becoming a charter, or at least it going before the voters. The supervisors decided to put that on the ballot, and we were going to talk about that, but we didn't get to that as well either. 661-842. Maybe next time. 661-842-5376, 661-842 KERN. Anything on the board, sir, before we get out of here for the day? What you got? Ah,
I did smell something around the area, but
it was huge, huge. Or at least the video that I saw, it was pretty good fire. It was. It just happened to be a building like normally, but that's okay. Andre's got it. You guys, he's got it under control. 661-842-5376. Anything else on there, sir? On the old text board.
let's see. Yeah, my 1972 F-250 that I have driven 100 miles in the last 2 years, still still 275 per year to license.
That's insane. That's insane. Mine's in the couple of hundreds. I know pickups that can get up to 800-900. Yeah, well, I mean, Scott does that with his dad's truck, though. He doesn't drive his dad's truck that much, but I can imagine the registration fee that Scott's paying on his dad's 1980 F-150. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, the fees. No, it's Scott. No, I wanted to scrap Scott. I thought you meant, not the truck. I thought you meant Scott. I don't care. I watch it on YouTube too. Anything else on the text board before I get out of here? The love is in the air, I mentioned, and I asked the question, are expensive weddings worth it? Because this just popped up. You can now get married at one of our favorite amusement parks, or at least my favorite amusement park, Disneyland. You were right, Christopher. It is Disneyland. And it's not anything that you couldn't do before, right? They always have said that you can do weddings at Disneyland. What? You want to guess the attraction? They have it where you can get married. They've always had it where you can do the hotel. And it's a stupid amount of money. And yeah, and by the fountain over there on the side of the castle. I was at a secret. I've seen 2 secret weddings at Disneyland. One by that very well, the wishing well, Sleeping Beauty wishing well, and another one that I was actually part of, where it was on the Mark Twain riverboat. Now Disney, they followed us. They realized that something like this was about to go down, and they followed us and were going to kick us out of the park because we were trying to hold a secret wedding inside of Disneyland. They don't want people doing that because you can pay for it. It's like 16 grand or something. Well, go ahead, Chris, guess the list of places inside Disneyland, because it used to be in front of the castle and then at the hotel, but they've added this place, a new not a new attraction. No, the attraction is old, but being able to get married at this attraction is new. No, you're wrong. 2 more guesses. Nope, you were closer in the area with the first one, you said. There you go. You can now get married at the Haunted Mansion. They're going to go nuts. Well, if they had $25,000 to $40,000, gosh, $25,000 to $40,000 to get married. I don't know if it's worth it, dude. Guess who that falls under in about 20 years. Yeah, that's my fault, which makes me go, nope, it ain't worth it. Expensive weddings aren't worth it. Use that money for something else. Buy a house, buy a car, get your kids' college fund started or something. Pay for no $10,000 wedding. Out of your mind. Unless you're winning part of that $29 million that the Hard Rock gave away. Yeah, of course. We're about to be ghost. I got to get out of here for the day. Make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. It is a Thursday. Michael Turnipseed stops by, as well as Daniel Petrie from Messmaker and Petrie Wealth Advisors. Want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you. TikTok, thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. I'll be back again tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Come hang out, be a part of it.
Now what are you doing?
Huh?
Now what are you doing?
On my phone?
Yeah.
TikTok? Bye, YouTube.